begun. We call this part our soft open when we discuss with each other one another.
It's a soft open.
Such the softest opening.
That's the softest open ever.
Snuggle your fluffy ones.
It's so comforting.
Cuddle under the comforter and get ready for such a soft, cozy opening. We're about to start the stream on RadioVegasRocks, which is where you go to click on the banners for our lovely sponsors that make all of this possible. Here we go.
There's that lovely open music.
Such juice. What?
Wow.
That's right. It's Greasy Conversation, the talk show on RadioVegas.rocks. Behold, you're here joining yourself. We're joining you. Other people around you are joining one another. There's all kinds. Yeah, everything's coalescing so good. It's a Coca-Cola-lessing. Beautiful.
It's been too long.
It's been a moment since we've talked to you all talk showly. We got Greg back. Oh!
Yeah.
And of course we got New York Josh in the hizzy.
Hello, back by Not Popular Demand.
Indeed, episode 7, season 5. It's real. We're having a cozy time. New studio for RadioVegas.rocks.
Beautiful
Be
studio.
sure and hit us up if you're planning a podcast and you need a room to jungle it around in. I'm using jungle as an adjective or as a action word now. What are those called? Verbs? I'm verbing. We're verbing the jungle.
Down.
It's jungle verbs up in here. And reverb.
Jungle reverb.
We've got the dank news for you. If you're unfamiliar with our format, we're going to have hot takes on the dankest of news. Low Covey content. It's going to be short on pandy, high on dank. And we're going to look at some things together. GreasyConversation.com is where you go if you want to see some of the stuff we're looking at on screen, but we're going to describe it for the audio homegirls like you. And here we go.
Yeah. All right. I got the perfect opening. All right. So this dude in Oregon, I guess recently, like Wendy's announced, they're giving out free 4-piece nuggets someday.
Cool.
So this dude drives to 11 different Wendy's across 2 states twice to stock up on free nuggets.
It sounds like Harold and Kumar, the 3.
But this dude, all right, this dude's tweet. First of all, his Twitter handle is Squeezy Jibs.
Jibs.
Nice.
And
What?
he says,
that nails
It's
the
like one of
story
those
right there.
camera arms that swings over the crowd. They
But a
call it
squeezy
jib
one.
arm. A
But
squeezy
A
one.
squeezy one.
It's like an inflatable jib arm. It's all pool toiling over the over the audience.
all right, so this dude says, times is tough. So when I heard Wendy's was giving out free 4-piece nuggets today, I knew I had to hustle. I hit every damn Wendy's twice within 17 miles across 2 states. It took 5 hours, but now we eating free for a week. What it do?
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Imagine those like week-old nuggets though.
Yeah.
And this dude is like legit in his car taking a selfie with like just piles of nuggets.
Just
in
the
in
world's
passenger side.
nuggets.
Right. It better be a hybrid.
Yeah, right.
I feel as though it probably would like even out somehow between the gas.
Yeah, that fixes it.
Yeah.
Just that's the dude you want to roll with, man. He knows
He knows where them nuggies are.
knows how to hit them deals, man.
You guys, I don't want to play with it right now, but I'm super tempted to. We have an intercom now. I've been shouting trucker stuff through it.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, Chris Drescher is on the crew now as an additional technical support person. So the family is growing. It's such a renaissance over here. We've got the space now in this studio to like spit towards each other more safely.
Yeah,
We've got good angles too right now. I don't know if you've heard the other shows I've been doing as I've been coming back, but I've been just going off about like not aiming at each other.
Right.
Like you got to just talk aloof and kind of side eye everybody
Right.
for health now.
Right.
Is there a picture of this Wendy's homie? I just realized.
Yeah, it's on there.
We got to show the Nugget champion.
It's Oregon man. Yeah,
Nugget.
Dude,
Oregon
Oregon.
man.
Oregon man.
That's just a
that's
pile
not
of
even.
nuggets.
Yeah, that's just a pile of nuggets. This is a stock photo of nuggets.
Tragic. Okay.
No,
Well,
there
you
should
saw
be
I was
one
so
down
hoping
there.
for like a Prius full of nuggets.
No, those are
They're falling
falling.
out. They're
Oh, there
falling
he
out
is.
the window.
Look
Yeah,
at
he's
his
down farther.
sneer. He's got a sneer of
Oh, he's got the quintessential,
accomplishment.
Facebook show-off sneer with no grill.
There we go.
Yo, that's some nuggets, yo.
Nuggets.
That's some determination, though, man.
Those are going to be so gross
Like,
in
are
2
they
days.
even like the spicy ones? Because if they aren't spicy nuggets at Wendy's, like, what the fuck are you even doing with your life?
Right?
Yeah.
You might as well go to Burger King.
Right.
Those are going to be like paper mache in
Yeah.
2 hours.
Oh, God. It would cut the roof of your mouth. I love the fact that it's like all through Portland area. And every time I've ever been to Portland, the only thing I can think of is like tots for days. There's tater tots at every friggin' restaurant, and you're worried about Wendy's nuggets.
So
Right.
I got a game. You can play this in the chat too. What is the food that you would pick up off the floor? If you dropped it on any floor, you love that food so much, you're gonna at least eat as much as you can that didn't touch the floor, if not right off the floor, tongue first.
Well, knowing my dating history, can I say pussy?
Damn.
Although she's quite a contortionist, rubbing that on the floor, like
Worms. No.
dragging her butt on the
She
carpet.
had worms.
That's what they get.
No, that's an interesting thing. Like, what would you pick up off of a floor?
Fucking gummy worms all day, son.
Gummy worm is gonna come
Would you
right
shake
off
it
there.
after? Would you shake it before you
Hell nah.
blow on it?
Nope.
No, just straight up.
I mean,
gummy
I
worm.
already do that anyway, so like, I do give it a little, like, you know, the polish.
Okay.
The
okay.
apple-
yeah,
the
a
apple
little bit,
polish,
little
you
bit.
know, make
Gotta
sure
get
it's
a
got
little
the
bit of your
shine.
shirt germs on it.
Yeah,
you know what I
totally.
mean?
Polish. They get that sheen.
Yeah,
Buff them a little
that
bit.
gummy worm sheen. man.
Buffing gummy worms.
I've been so fucking addicted to gummy worms over like the last 2 months. I'm not like, I'll eat like 4 to 6 packs a day sometimes, man.
Jesus Christ. So
Like,
you got
I got
stock
problems,
in a Rebo
man.
by now, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I got problems, man.
Do you like poop, gummy poop? That,
Yeah,
I'm
is there
not
like
getting
strings?
God.
There's
Oh,
like
God.
strings
Could you
going to the
imagine
toilet paper.
constipation from gummy worms?
Oh, you're just blowing bubbles.
Right.
Right.
His prostate has diabetes.
I got like one of those boxes of snack packs of cookies and Cheez-Its and stuff.
Like the 20 calorie ones.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's nice because I can like control portions, and lots of times it's cheaper anyway. They're not
Right.
charging you for the extra packaging like they
Right.
used to, just because the whatever that's more popular to buy them not that way, so the prices went up on the
Yeah.
other sizes. So anyway, I get these baby fudge striped fellows,
Right.
and I pulled one out. In the other side of the bag, the bottom of the little bag was slightly open. So as I was eating them, they were falling out the bottom, and I ate every one that fell.
Nice.
They've
Baby
been
fudge stripes.
in there since manufacturing.
Yeah,
Right.
I know they
So
taste
open.
like grease and
Elf dust.
yeah. It tastes like conveyor belt oil.
Yeah, those snack packs work for me because as a fat guy, I feel like I burn as many calories trying to open all the packets
Yeah.
to get the size that works for me than I would eat.
Fooling
them.
around the house.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
like it's like eating a fun size Snickers. You know, you're not just gonna have one.
Yeah.
You know,
The little packet of Cheez-Its, though. Cheez-Its are such a strong side that it's just such a cock tease amount of Cheez-Its.
It's
I
a
got it.
cheese tease.
Yeah. I'm left empty. Cheez-Its is one that, like, well, I always make sure if I get Cheez-Its, I get enough so that I can be flippant and let a couple fall to my homies, you know?
Yeah, I'm never just eating like.
This one's for me. This is for my homies.
Yeah, I pour a couple out of the box for my homies. Yeah. Pour them a little
Like
chits.
who's eating like 10 Cheez-Its?
I know,
No one.
right?
No one.
Ah,
It's not gonna happen.
that monster. That self-control. If I could have that self-control.
Yeah.
Right. Some supermodel who does yoga. She's got him counting out. She's crying over
Eats
the 11th
one at a
one.
time.
Just sitting there staring at it for 20 minutes with a tear down her cheek.
Oh, man.
The number 11.
We're
Couldn't do it.
doing it. We're having a hot sode, you guys. This sode's spicy already.
Yeah.
Busting out a sode here.
Hey, I'm
It's
telling you,
episode
it's the
city.
studio. It's
All right.
total inspiration.
Yeah, it's like a wooden
beautiful
clubhouse
studio. It is
situation.
like a clubhouse. I feel like
Yeah.
that'd be no girls allowed. Well, it's a podcast.
It's like the complete
so no girls
opposite
are
of what we
involved.
want anymore. Like, we want girls to like it.
Yeah. Who knew when I was 40 I'd be right back here?
Right.
Oh man, except this clubhouse we can actually stand up on. It's not like
that's
a
awesome.
stand up in. There's not like a hole in the backyard with a mattress over it,
Right.
or like a tree in the neighbor's yard with a mattress thrown into it. I'd really mattress themed clubhouses growing up.
Yeah, Radio Las Vegas did a great job with this. Absolutely.
All
It's RadioVegas.rocks.
All right. Let's take it a bit dark.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. We tend to start dark, so we got to darken her up
Yeah.
now.
All right. So this guy was going to clear out his mom passed away. He was going to clear out her apartment in New York City, and he found a dead body in her freezer. She had like one of those freezer chests that was like duct taped shut,
Right.
and they're estimating the body seems to have been stored for about 10 years.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah,
A little bit of
dude.
freezer
That
burn.
electric bill for keeping the freezer for that person.
Right?
What kind of contract did that person sign?
Well, you know, mom might have lived during the Depression. You know, you never know what's gonna happen.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
that's horrible.
The body did not stay very preserved. Apparently, it decayed so much that the sex couldn't be determined.
Yeah.
Oh.
So of course they're going to do an investigation, autopsy, and all that. But the super of the building says that the lady was pleasant, but never allowed workers into the apartment.
I imagine.
I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly.
Heads up, if I don't put the article on screen, it means there wasn't anything cool looking on it. So even the folks on Radio Vegas Rocks on YouTube, which is a concurrent stream with a couple other angles, I'm going to try to show you some graphics too. But if I don't, I'm not neglecting you over there. You see me.
10 years ago?
Yeah. You,
It'd be weird if that's what happened to Cisco.
and then you are the stream.
You just never.
Oh
hear
God, that's what happened.
That's what happened from Cisco.
Thong thong, thong thong, murder.
It's in someone's freezer right now.
Right. The old lady just did not like thongs.
Legend has it you can still hear him banging on the inside today.
Oh, silver hair.
Banging
Hollow
that
90s kids.
Man.
Cisco, great pull.
Right.
Great
I
throwback.
went a little
Great
farther in
pull.
10 years on that one, but
Yeah.
we'll leave that alone.
Hey, it's still
Yeah.
always
Bum,
relevant,
bum.
I guess. All right.
Man.
So who's
Where
next?
to next?
Can you imagine defrosting a body?
Especially when that old man.
You know,
Or like what?
I have a hard time with a turkey. Like, I wouldn't even know how long beforehand to pull that out so it would bake right.
I used to want to be
Right.
frozen, but it's
Yeah.
such a commitment. Like, who's gonna pay that electric bill for that
Some old lady
freezer?
in New York. apparently.
Imagine how shattered your worldview would be if like your parents passed and you were cleaning out their house or something and you found a dead body.
I don't know. I know my parents. That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
My world wouldn't be as much
Yeah.
shattered as I would be. Yeah, I'd be really surprised. I don't have that murdery of folks. I'd be like, who is this? Is this an ex? What did you do?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine like my parents would be quite the shocker.
If someone
Right.
loved me enough to freeze me after I died, say there was some foundation or something to perpetuate
Oh.
the funding.
Oh, like
I would-
Ted Williams, the head of Ted Williams.
Does he have like some
That's-
fund that perpetuates his
Yeah,
freeze?
he wanted his head cut off and like cryogenically frozen
Yeah.
for in the future in case somebody could reanimate bodies. And apparently he wanted to extend his hitting streak or something. And like his kids like fought in court to like get
his head?
the custody of his disemboweled head.
Why would he only freeze his head?
Well, I mean, he's in the 70s. Obviously, he's not going to be able to hit that high 90 fastball with his freaking
I guess so.
creepy ass skin. You know,
You're going
he's
to want a robot body
Yeah,
later
definitely.
anyway. Your
If they're
body's
gonna
going to get
reanimate
trashed
a head-
anyway.
If they're going to reanimate a head, they're definitely going to have a robot body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You know,
Thing is, I would rather that money be spent on literally anything else. Like if you've
I
got
don't
my
know.
frozen head fund, spend that on some school
Yeah.
kids that already got their
Yeah.
heads all attached still.
Not some 99-year-old former ball player. I
Yeah.
don't want a racist robot walking around.
Yeah, I'm done with that head. I'm going to be racist about stuff I don't even know exists now when I'm unfrozen. You're going to unfreeze my head and you're going to be like, you're letting cats. I'm going to be like, cats are voting? That's gross. Cats were so dumb. Why are you letting them vote now? I'm like, these aren't your cats. They hold Congress now. We've got 2 of them in the Senate. I'm like, are you serious? This is going to be such a bigot when I'm
Yeah,
unfrozen.
there's one. He's nominated to the Supreme Court.
Like, there's cars for birds? They can fly. Why do they get cars?
It's just really hard time because cars keep smashing into windows.
That'd be great. Damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's unbelievable though. I mean, you know, the idea, like how big was the freezer or how small was the person? You know,
Right.
Oh.
did
Well,
they
it's
one
cut
of
him
those,
up?
like-
Was it full size? Did he, you know, did she half and quarter?
It's
They
one of those
probably-
like chest freezers that like you open from the
Oh.
top.
Yeah.
Like the lid
Boy.
is on the top and you open it.
Well, I guess it's
like
aptly
a
named.
full
It's a chest
size.
freezer. It had a chest in there.
It'd be like a fridge freezer like on its
Yeah.
back
Ooh.
with just one door.
Yeah.
So they're pretty
Man.
big. You could totally fit a body in
Right.
there.
It
Or,
must
you
I'm
know
look
what?
guessing.
like.
You know, is it the lady or is it just the fact that that guy is the ultimate champion of hide and go seek.
Right?
Just like, I had your friend over to visit. Did he get home safely?
Right. Or what if it was
Guess
a
if you're
frame
gonna
up?
go out a winner. You know?
What if it was a frame up? Like after the lady died, someone moved the freezer in there. Like they had it in the apartment next door, and like moved it over there and plugged it in.
That's legit likely. Like, I could just stash this, pawn this off on her.
It is New York.
Perfect.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Giuseppe next door had found a perfect way to get rid of his problem.
Yeah, there's probably like a body on every floor somewhere.
Right.
How many hookers have died in a hotel room in Vegas?
That body had to look like a sleeping bag made of beef jerky, though. If they couldn't even tell the gender.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, I'll never get that image out of my head. A sleeping bag full of Tillamook.
Holla on Twitch. We got the cat vote is strong.
The cat vote is strong. How horrible would it be to have a cat as a senator? You know the bill's just going to get knocked on the ground.
Dude.
That's so Zenist, dude. We can't be xenophobic anymore.
We're so racist.
Hey, you know what we haven't done? It's time for that deep dive situation. There we go. It was kind of two at once, but one of those was the submarine of news, of
Nice.
learning. So we're kind of in that submarine already. I'm just reminding you, orally, that you're in that.
All right, so
Dank news submarine.
this is a pretty cool story. So apparently this guy who suffered some damage to his spinal cord, but he was recovering some of his motor skills, but he had trouble with his right arm. But he was able to like move his right arm, but he didn't have a sense of touch. So it was really
Oh.
difficult to accurately pick things up because you have no like feedback, you know, and like how hard you're gripping stuff and all that.
Dexterity.
So they were able to like connect a chip in his arm to his brain that sends signals, or that when the signals come from his arm, they're not strong enough to be interpreted by his brain, but they hit this chip, which sends it to his brain, and then he has like a thing that goes over his arm that produces like haptic feedback that mimics the sense of touch fairly accurately.
Nice.
So
It's allowing him to have dexterity in his hand and everything like that.
yeah,
That's cool.
he's
Robot
Greatly
feels,
improved.
you guys.
Yeah.
We named it Drake because it
Right.
feels. It gives you the feels.
You know what, dude? I just came up
Drake
with a
the
great
robot.
idea.
What's
Like
that?
for a new app. For someone who's disabled in that way, we can just have an app where it automatically make the hand into a G.I. Joe grip, and like you can adjust the motion. And basically, it gives them like, you know, the ultimate stranger.
oh yeah, nice.
You can masturbate with a hand. You can adjust it with a hand. You know, it's like
A
the
dial?
male vibrator.
Well, I feel like what you want to do is take two vibrators. I've mentioned this before. The sandwich, we call it.
The
I
sandwich.
shouldn't say we. This is something I've been preaching to everybody almost exclusively. But you take two and you put one on either side of your wiener, like a
Right.
sandwich.
Right. Okay.
And you put
okay.
them slightly different speeds so they fight.
Oh.
Yeah, and you're in the middle of their quarrel.
Well, wouldn't that just give your dick an Indian rug burn?
No, you gotta set it right. Sometimes
Okay.
if it's violent enough ones, you put each one in a sock. Then you put the whole situation in another sock. Then you get like one of those spring clamps. Maybe I'm durable. This is such a good audio episode because every one of these articles we pulled up has been like not useful to look at. Like
Not
this
visual.
guy, he looks like he's just in a cast.
yeah,
Like,
totally.
he's got a robot that feels for him.
Right.
It's an audio article for sure.
Definitely.
right. It's great. Like I
I'd be
imagine.
afraid of having somebody sign that thing. I mean, it looks all nice and freaking expensive.
yeah, I
You
don't
can't
think
even
you'd
have
anyone
somebody sign it.
Nah.
That's ridiculous. That's the fun part about having a cast. It's your friend drawing the cock and balls on it, and your mom yelling at you for 5 months afterward.
You do that with your bare arm.
I'll just have people write on your bare arm.
You guys, I've banged my elbow. You want to sign my arm?
Dude, did you guys ever like end up at a party where someone ended up like passing out drunk and got written all over?
Oh God!
Have you ever been that person?
So-
No, I've never been that person.
I have. I was close to being. That
I was
person.
once.
and I ended up actually being saved by my ex fiance.
Yeah.
I woke up hella drawn on
one.
once. Yeah.
I was totally gonna get drawn on too. A couple of my friends were awful determined to do it.
Yeah.
I was very, very fortunate. But I've seen some crazy ones on the internet.
Oh, man.
People's artistic talent is just amazing. I have been at a diner, like an all 24-hour diner, and in the parking lot, this is back home in New York, upstate New York, by a military base, and there's these two soldiers that were drunk as hell in the car next to us, and one of them was kind of leaning over in the car, and just all awkwardly as we're walking out, we're drunk too. We're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he's like, he had his camera out. He was trying to take a picture of him. He was trying to teabag his friend and get a picture of it. He thought this was the best idea at 4 a.m. in an upstate New York diner parking lot. And my buddy's like, "No, man, just hold the phone." My buddy whips his pants out. He teabags the guy, and we just walk out, just a stranger. He's just like, "Oh, this is the most perfect opportunity ever." And he totally doesn't.
Hey, will you guys take a picture for me?
No, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Some random dude's balls on your face.
That sounds really New York.
Yeah. I feel for that proud soldier. Support the troops,
man.
folks. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's the takeaway.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. Great memories.
Dang, we are chugging through the juice.
All right. I guess the Pentagon officially released some videos showing unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, some anticlimactic UFO footage. If you want to dive into that, get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready to keep doubting.
Yeah. Well,
At
and
this
it's like,
point,
and it's these videos have actually like been leaked since like 2007.
Now we
Yeah.
just know that they were really videos.
yeah.
Yeah,
don't
they're
know
just like
about anything.
official.
Yeah.
And
Isn't it like, didn't Tom DeLonge have something to do with this? The guy from Blink 182?
Well, he released a
Yeah.
bunch
like
of
some
made
of
up
these
crap.
videos was
yeah, he does
from his
release
stuff?
some made up stuff, but he did leak these. After it was first really leaked in like 2007, then again I think in like 17. It said somewhere around there. So yeah, one of those
2007.
was Tom DeLonge. I think it was the
Yeah.
second one.
2007. How amazing is it? That was when the iPhone came out. The first iPhone.
Oh yeah, I
That
have an
was-
iPhone 1. I have
Remember
a
how
big
terrible? Remember how
Chongo.
terrible the Blueberries were, and how revolutionary the iPhone was? And
Yeah.
then you buy
Well,
it.
you know what though? User experience wise, some Blueberries were pretty great. Like there wasn't a way to just do email on the run very well without a Palm Pilot, and you'd have to sync the Palm Pilot with a real device, and it was a nightmare.
When you think about how difficult that was back then, and how many different pieces of technology you had to have in your pocket.
You know, it would do it, but it would do it slower than like writing it somewhere.
Yeah.
It was not cool.
With the amount of shows and paranormal documentaries and all of these things that cover the UFO, it's got to be anticlimactic by now, because it obviously isn't, a screenshot of Independence Day.
Would you guys get one of those cell phone companions that gives you clicky buttons and like an easier interface for just certain things, but like
For typing,
can't
I
run
would.
apps? Yeah, like for example, Palm was about to release this like new Palm. Someone bought the brand and was going to release this thing that looked like a little baby smartphone, but it had to connect to your smartphone over Bluetooth to like do anything. Or like you could run off on a hike and it could still do phone stuff. Actually, I think it depends. I think there was 2 different like layers of
But
levels.
wouldn't your
of it.
phone do your phone?
Yeah.
Well, so imagine this: you've got pants that don't fit your big smartphone because you want a phablet like me.
Right.
Like I want the biggest smartphone. Just the end.
Well, you got to get in there and rewire everything and make your freaking creations anyway.
It's
but-
on its second camera. It's
I'm
definitely
sure.
it's on its 3rd battery. So yeah, Lord knows I've been inside my phone. But I like the idea of like, okay, I could say, go in the pool or go on a mighty walk with like skimpy pockets, dressed scantily clad, and have this little fella just like
Okay.
tucked in my bra strap or something. Instead, at like a flip phone or something. So you could still call me, which I won't answer. I don't do phone
Yeah.
calls. Or like I could text you on it, like with a little keyboard.
But isn't it just the same thing as an Apple Watch instead
Yeah,
of just
oh,
not
yeah.
having a band?
Totally.
So you would just, just kind of what you're saying as far
But
as
not as small as an Apple Watch. So it's like a Goldilocks phone. It's not too big and it's not too small for like this particular type of set of purposes.
I love that.
I don't know.
Yeah, would you go for
I'm
that?
not on my phone
I
enough.
wouldn't.
I really am not.
If it was really thin and I got it used when I didn't buy it, I would have a lot of fun with it. That's a lot of conditions, I know.
Right.
But you didn't have to pay for it, sure.
Yeah.
Someone just gave one to me.
Why is
could get
this
into that.
$3,600 phone?
Well, here's the thing. I had a Samsung Galaxy, just Galaxy, and this was before there were smartphones. It was a slide phone.
I remember
So
those.
it was a chubby pill, and you'd slide this keyboard out from under it. And I could whip that thing out and text back so quick with that little clicky keyboard. So I can imagine for me to respond to text quickly, it'd be cool to have that little pill again.
Right.
And have it handle just the SMS back and forth.
What kills me is what I haven't noticed yet is to be able to take all of the electronics of a brand new smartphone and features and then retro the frame.
Yeah,
Like
that'd
they
be
haven't
sick.
come back with a Motorola Razr with all that iPhone has, other than just maybe a smaller screen to fit the Razr, or something of that similar to what you're speaking of. You know, because this retro movement out there. You know, they make cars that look like the old cars of the days
Yeah,
to try to. You know, I'm surprised that they haven't done that just from the nostalgia alone.
I saw a brick phone, classic brick that you stick your smartphone into the side of it. In that empty surface area there, and it uses Bluetooth to give you like a little bit of the display where the display used to be, and you can make calls, and it works kind of like a Bluetooth phone or plug-in headset kind of handset fella, head and hands holding set. I don't know.
Yeah, people would go for that. Nostalgia's powerful.
Right. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. Clearly, there
It
you are.
is, though. I
There
would
you are,
totally-
Tim Cook. Put down your headphones. And
I would totally use
call your
that
design
product if
department.
someone gave it to me for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Apple, get on it.
Tim Apple. Nice. All right, this one. All right, so in Wiltshire, England, apparently there was some police were chasing after a stolen car, and the driver shot at the police. All right, I can't find info on this story, and I don't understand how this happened. So they're in this car chase. The people in the stolen car stop, and they get out to run. Right? The woman gets immediately arrested, and then the guy somehow is shooting at the cops and a police dog with a catapult.
With a catapult.
It is England.
This is one of those, it was so hard to let you get that out reading this article and giggling to myself, because the last word of it is so insane.
You were so waiting for that.
Not a
sound effect.
trebuchet, a catapult.
Right, not a trebuchet. Correct.
No.
Yeah.
Unlike those police getting attacked by trebuchets all the
Well,
time.
I believe with the trebuchet, you need a minimum of at least 3 Serbs to operate. But it's a catapult. That's impressive.
I mean, would a ballista have been better? You know? I mean, I just like, how did this happen? Did you have like a mini catapult? Did you have like a catapult in the back of the car?
Right.
Or did they like pull off to the side?
Right.
And then the woman distracts him and he runs over and he's like cranking it. You know? And he's like, all right, pull.
Where is the picture of the damn catapult?
There isn't one.
Today's freaking
it's
journalism.
Wiltshire. You said it was Wiltshire, England?
Wiltshire, yeah.
Wiltshire.
I don't know how you pronounce it.
Well, it's Wiltshire, Wiltshire.
Worcestershire.
It's impressive.
Catapult fired at police dog Elvis in car theft chase 13 hours ago. 13, man, at least we got that breaking news.
That alone is like the best headline I've seen in years.
Yeah, America, we're breaking it.
Go back up real quick.
Greasy conversation
read
for
it
the
again,
break.
The headline.
Man.
Catapult fired at police dog Elvis in car theft chase.
So the dog's
This is
name
another
was
one I
Elvis.
found.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, England is just rampant with catapult crime right now.
That seems like it's just so bizarre, man. Like,
It happened on Stonehenge Road.
Oh my gosh.
I really gotta
Police
just.
England.
It doesn't make any sense, you know.
No, it sounds like an onion.
Show me
But
the damn catapult.
There's multiple credible sources on this.
Yeah, I'm seeing all kinds of articles,
my
and they all
God.
just have stock photos of
Yeah.
European police
Yeah, or
and a
the
photo
dog.
of the dog.
Well,
okay, independent.co.uk, you know the Independent. They have a stock photo of a slingshot, which
Catapult.
is not a catapult. Independent, good job, nice try.
So are we saying so did we discover that the English call slingshots catapults
No,
now?
this is a stock photo. This
I
is
know.
someone biffed this. This is not good journalism.
Ah,
Our show is just criticizing other journalism now. That's all. Yeah.
we switched to being a media Overwatch
We're
show.
journalism journalists.
Right.
is
With his someone's doing a
unbelievable.
wheelie with a bike. This is worthless. All right, you
It's
guys.
Just you imagine like a string now of like people just driving around with catapults in the back of pickups.
I would love that idea. I
Like-
think we should do that now. I'd say ban guns and legalize catapults.
Yeah, just give everyone a catapult.
Right?
Like,
I think no. I think you need to at least take a class or something.
A
Like
catapult class?
catapult safety.
I was gonna
You
say
know.
before you said the class thing, I was concerned. I was gonna be like, where does this end? How does this can only escalate?
Maybe you need a license for a siege tower.
People are gonna make some big catapults.
yeah, you need to learn how to take it apart and clean it properly and all that. Proper.
Rapid fire.
Don't aim it at anyone you don't intend to kill. Just
18
imagine
hours
like
ago.
like 4 dudes in pickups with catapults in the back try to like rob a bank.
Independent says,
Open ye vaults.
okay, this is a trend. In February, the Independent reported a catapult crime wave hits Kent as attacks double in the space of 2 years.
Oh, a
So
sharp rise.
February marks a 2-year explosion in catapult crime in the UK. We're breaking it here. You guys are hearing about it first.
I gotta know how big these catapults are, because the whole idea is really trip. Because like you think of a catapult and they're pretty large, you know, like
Yeah.
you're just gonna like drag one around.
A cyclist was shot in the back of the head with a stone, leaving her with cuts and swelling. It seems to me they're talking about a slingshot, and that's what they call a
I
slingshot.
feel as like they honestly have named a slingshot catapult in England, which
Why would you do this, England?
well, the England call things weird things.
You know, they probably gave it a name first.
Yeah.
So, or catapult UK. It's determined. Yeah, this is slingshot crime. We don't have people wheeling
That's not-
around catapults
That's
like we
not
thought.
nearly as cool.
Yeah, no, but
Freaky, though.
interestingly enough, in Australia and New Zealand, they call it a Shanghai.
Oh, hey, we're learning and growing together, you
Yeah.
guys.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Australia, New
Yeah.
Zealand, or a Keddy in South Africa. I'll go with the Keddy. Why is my South Africans are Scottish, you guys?
Well, either way, they lost.
I know, because you gotta have like catapults for when the UFOs
The
come.
English beat them both. Yeah.
Because like the slingshots aren't gonna cut it against aliens, you know.
or a police dog named Elvis, apparently. Yeah.
I don't know. You got to be some special alien if you're impervious to a good slingshot or have a nice suit or something.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't take a slingshot very well. I'd be pretty hurt. I'd be upset.
It takes down mythical one-eyed beings.
I'd cry a bit. You don't slingshot me, everybody. I'm not a good slingshot receiver.
Don't slingshot me, bro.
Yeah, don't slingshot me, bro.
I'm disappointed. I really wanted that to be a catapult.
I know.
I wanted the catapult crime wave. That just sounded
We had to
so
get to the
perfect.
bottom of it, and it's just fucking slingshots. Like,
Right.
come on.
The guy's like, looks like this door has been hit by 40 pumpkins.
Catapult
Right.
Crime Wave is my new
That's
Daft Punk cover
But
band.
like, okay,
Top Punk.
I would, like, did they always call them catapults, or is this just like new? They had to like sell issues.
No, they had a full-size medieval catapult, and they're like, "Look, I made one that fits in your pocket. It's a catapult for the road. You can take it every business trips. You
It's
can be
not the
safe
same,
on the
though.
train.
It's not even close.
You let your lady take a train without a pocket catapult? Blimey!
What ye knave are ye?
It's pirates in this time only.
Bloody
oh
hell.
man.
Arr, you wench, have not a catapult. Ye.
Asperger's you must have. Oh, wait, I went Yoda. Yeah, it's I don't know. That is a great story.
That's
It's
delicious.
It's a great headline.
I'm declaring this whole episode worth it just for the
It's
catapult
so-
crime wave.
I feel robbed. I feel extremely misled by the media, which has never
Disappointed.
happened before.
I'm so
Yeah.
disillusioned.
Yeah. I just don't know. Everything's a lie, you know? I'll never trust media again.
That is so great.
Yeah, so that's oh, you know what? That sound means that we've got to talk to Bob Thornton. We've got
it
to
is
pay
Bob
up.
Thornton. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to pay up old Billy Bob. Hey, I dare you to start at the bottom. We're going to do reverse commercials. All our commercials are going to play them backwards, so you have to play them backwards on your recording device to decode them. And then you get the amazing treasure within each of our commercials. Try
It's
it at
true.
home. Learn and grow.
Be sure to get your mix of music. Listen to us with the RadioVegas.Rocks app available at the App Store. And check out our VIP card, interact with us in our chat room, and scheduling of our RadioVegas.Rocks shows, plus podcasts. It's all available on RadioVegas.Rocks app.
Your new favorite internet radio station, RadioVegas.Rocks.
Hey, Chuck.
Oh, hey, Mike.
So listen, the gang is hitting the bar after work. You want to come with us?
No can do, bro. The wife is picking me up and we're gonna hike up the Devil's Rectum.
You gotta be kidding me. By the time you get all the way home and change, you'll never make it up there in time.
I don't have to go home. I'm just gonna wear what I have on.
You can't hike up the Devil's Rectum in khakis.
These aren't khakis, they're 5'11s.
It don't matter how tall you are, you still can't hike up the Devil's Rectum in khaki pants, you moron.
These are 5'11 pants. You know, 5'11 tactical.
They don't make khakis. They make stuff for cops and firefighters in the military.
And everybody else. Check it out.
Holy crap. I had no idea they made all this stuff.
It's all there at 511tactical.com. You know my motto.
You have a motto?
Play hard and look good doing it.
Okay, that's just stupid.
It's not stupid.
It's stupid.
You're stupid. 511 Tactical. Play hard and look good doing it. Shop now by clicking the 511 banner on our website, RadioVegas.Rocks.
Nut rub
from Ball Wash. You put that on after you cleanse yourself and get a nice little fragrance down there, and it lasts all day, and it's absolutely really amazing.
Ooh, yes.
And it smells great. So there you go.
Yeah, heck yeah. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to be coming.
Thank you, Ball Wash, and visit them
Ball.
online at ballwash.com and use coupon code Radio Vegas to get 20% off.
Man, I'm having so much fun.
They have
already popping these.
shampoos and they have soap. And
I'm
they
very
have,
excited about this. I've always seen this. Like, I wonder how that works.
Yeah.
Or what it smells like.
Well, you should open it and smell it, and you'll get even more excited.
Twist and pull.
He had no trouble at all over here.
Listen, all right, I don't grab things that are lubricated, all right? Give me a break, all right? It smells delicious. Actually, you can smell it through the can. It actually does smell
When
pretty
you do,
good. Yeah, it says ocean air and solid cologne.
Exactly what I want my balls to smell like.
for those woodsy smell.
I mean, it says ocean and air on mine. Does it say yours is cedar?
Cedar and citrus.
Okay, here, I'll trade you. So you can smell mine. Well, I don't want you to smell it that way, but I mean,
Well, this is nice too.
yeah, see, and they actually make some really good smell. Dude, nut rub. You know, tonight, let's put it to the test.
Rub some nuts.
Let's rub the cedar in the ocean
10,
together. See if we can get the woody ocean.
9,
Rub some nut.
When you need the balls to smell as fresh as
5.
Nut rub.
From Ball Wash, use coupon code Radio Vegas to get 20% off.
Welcome, it's RadioVegas.Rocks, and you're listening to Greasy Conversation, the talk show where we have hot takes on dank news. I unmuted the mics early on that commercial. You heard our count in and stuff.
All right, so I guess you have this link on here, Waz, the rare triple conjoined goldfish crackers.
This is
On
an
eBay?
exclusive. This is a Greasy Conversation exclusive. We didn't have to pilfer some other news agency to get this. This is something we're breaking here first. We're not talking about when you might have seen maybe once or twice in your whole life the rare instance of 2 goldfish crackers conjoined, attached together as one in the box. You probably just threw it down your gullet like some unappreciative proletariat. But it turns out this can happen in rare form without them perishing, with them surviving in the bag to make it to you. 3 of them conjoined.
Oh, like a lucky cookie.
Yeah, you could have if you are pure of heart and you've kept the cosmos in its wishes in your spiritual journey, you might have seen 3 goldfish combined once. But you will never, until this day, with your eyes in this moment, ever and probably never again see, because I know you haven't seen this.
I am not.
This is 2 triple conjoined goldfish crackers in the same place of the same age.
I may not remember, but Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Some intrepid traveler throughout this great world, maybe someone that's had a lot of goldfish in their day in many
Right.
places
You've got
in
to
this
sort through a
globe.
lot of goldfish.
Yes, it may be if you've got that hunger, if you've talked to as many of them internally as I have, you might have seen one set of 3 conjoined goldfish and then another set much later in your life, a different age.
Right.
You might try to put them in the same showcase on your wall and be saddened by the fact that one is clearly older than the other. But for now, for this moment on eBay, you two now don't rush and grab this right away because it's probably not going to stay at this price. Or maybe you should at the last moment. I just feel like now that we're advertising this, now this broadcasts, it's probably not going to be available by the time you get over there. So I don't want you to get your hopes up. But they're only asking $400 at this point. And that's a buy it now. I mean, the auction could take it higher, but the buy it now right now, you could get both of them. That's not a piece.
Right.
Yeah.
This is 6
Right.
entities
Right.
combined as 2. You don't see that even in those Utah colonies in
Even
Mexico.
Voltron only has 5.
No, exactly. Human beings can't even be in a plural marriage this complex. It's that exotic and enchanting. And it's breathtaking. There's nothing like this. They're the same age. It's a matched set, you guys. It's a matched set of 2 sets of 3 conjoined goldfish crackers. That's 6 freaking freak monsters in your home.
It's an appetizer miracle.
It is. You could put some on some foam tape in like one of those clear plastic display boxes.
You know what? I would take them on a trip around the world and make a coffee table book of that photography.
I would make a
That'd be
necklace.
awesome. A necklace?
A necklace pendant.
Like seal them?
Yeah, and then I'd know in my heart that if something happened to that pendant with my triple conjoined homies, that there was another set that was its brethren.
Or you can give it to your soulmate.
Yeah. Yes.
What's a soulmate?
That's what a
Best
soulmate
friend.
is.
It's someone who deserves
Yeah.
your matching triple conjoined goldfish encased pendant.
The other half of the matched set of the thing that's happened so rarely and infrequently in the course of human events.
For those of you getting married, we have the most romantic idea for you.
Yes, exactly. $400 now. Throw that ring idea in your dumpster file. You drag that to the recycle bin. Those links.
That's straight. That's a one-way ticket to divorce court. Bro.
Yeah, you clear your cache. You don't even want to get Google ad suggestions on those rings you were looking at before because you found the answer. It's triple conjoined. If your woman doesn't want that feeling of triple conjoinity, it's like
What a symbol for fertility.
it's like if you could 69 with a third orifice also combining with your person, like triple 69, like 696 or 969 or like 168. If you could 168 with your lover, that's that kind of soul combination.
That's fractal soul right
is
there,
what
brother.
these goldfish represent to me. It's hard. I'm tearing, you guys.
Damn.
I'm losing it a little
That's
bit.
like extra dimensional 69 right there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like if you could
That's
69
some
through
sexy
time,
string theory.
like time stands still and you wake up and it's another period in your life. You have a different colored car. Your rent is a different price. Everything's
And
different.
Every pack of goldfish has 3 goldfish conjoined.
Right.
And it'd be rare to find just one goldfish.
That would be so. Yeah, you wake up in a new universe where you
Every
almost never
goldfish
find a
is a
single
goldfish.
goldfish not
Yeah.
conjoined with like 3 or 4. Kill me there. That's the universe.
That's a nightmare.
That's where I want to die. That's where I want to spend eternity. That's where I want my ghost to become locked. I want to be stuck in the bardo. I want to be in that gap between heaven and earth, never able to fully ascend to paradise. If it means I can float through a world where most goldfish are conjoined to other goldfish, I want
Wow.
that purgatory.
Yeah.
Lord, curse me with that hell. I wouldn't even need to eat them anymore just to see them and remember the smell and watch couples conjoin in their holy unity as they open their goldfish cracker boxes and see how these goldfish are conjoined and they're inspired and the universe, the planet just blows up with a new baby boom in the wake of how incredibly erotic it is to see these goldfish all attached to each other. It's just like nothing I've ever fucking witnessed.
Wow.
I just wanted to buy goldfish, you guys. It's a pandy. I didn't want to go to the store. I didn't want the 6-foot lines, you know, where it's per person.
And what a miraculous discovery.
I just wanted some goldfish, you know? And I went to eBay and I thought I could just buy some. And now it's like I can't even look at a normal goldfish anymore and feel satisfied.
That's like the picture of Jesus on toast. It's that
Yeah, right.
miraculous. So
man.
long and thanks
Fucking
for the
eBay is great
goldfish.
for that shit.
Look at them, and when you zoom in and
They
you see
actually
the
kind of
detail.
look like they're having an extraterrestrial E69.
I feel like I can taste the salt on them. Like, look at I was gonna keep clicking too much, too enthusiastically. But look, you can tell they're fresh. There's no cracks, there's no seams, there's no evidence of cyanoacetate glue.
They have
There's no.
They have the fresh fins. The fins look well defined.
Look at that. Yeah, there's a mold line there.
Yeah.
These are real. These are authentic. Look, you can tell by the texture of the little seasonings that Pepperidge Farm uses that these aren't like a knockoff.
Right.
Yeah, like the salt distribution is the same.
This is totally not Trader Joe's.
I could wake up drunk and recognize that salt distribution and know that's an authentic goldfish cracker. There is no fooling me. This is the real deal, and they want only $400. Look at just right above. You guys, hold on. I don't know if you can see this.
Is
Hold
there
on.
a market? Have we discovered a black market?
I gotta
for
show this to
enjoying
the stream,
goldfish?
but right above there, they're asking $300 for a set of triple conjoined goldfish. Now
Right.
they're in a row. This is a hot set. You don't always find them lined up in a row like that.
No.
So that's why it's a bit much. But
Right.
for only $100 more to have two
Right.
matching sets, the same age.
Right.
I don't know if you guys get how crazy it is that they're not from different eras in time.
Right.
They're the same age. Oh, my throat's getting sore.
Well, are they? I mean, could it just be that one of these has traveled back in time to
No.
meet the first?
Look at this. Look at that salt distribution. They're from the same series from the factory. They probably have matching serial numbers. If they can flip them over. Goldfish have serial numbers, by the way. Turn around, look around.
I
They
thought
look
they were
really close.
I thought they were crackers, not cereal.
They're called cracker numbers.
Oh, cracker numbers. Okay.
Oh man.
This is too fun.
Man.
I know I'm leaving you like a little bit, like it's hard to add to that.
No.
But the thing is, it's one of those things you just gotta take a breath and take in for a moment. Like, if you're not Googling this at home or taking a look at the video stream, you're
I am
missing
more
an-
excited than the guy who saw the double rainbow.
Yeah. Few things have I just stumbled upon on eBay and like changed my life forever. Like I'm never gonna just wake up with the same thoughts
Yeah.
or the same like
Right.
identity.
Right.
And
right.
I'm different now.
Right. Yeah. Like when I found the fleshlight.
No, the fleshlight that's a butt.
Chocolate syrup not included.
You guys, there's a fleshlight that's an alien, and then there's one that's an alien and it's the butt part of the alien.
Wow.
Score.
How about that alien ass?
Well, you
Yeah.
know it's clean because like you can put it in the sink and stuff. Real people, that's like a dangerous passageway.
Oh, by far.
But like an alien and a flashlight, two of the sexiest things I think of when I look at like when I see aliens or flashlights, I'm like, yeah.
It's like a Parliament show all over again.
Oh man. Flashlight.
Okay.
All right.
We might have to come back to this. I'm going to leave the tab up.
All right.
I feel like I've got more thoughts on
I
it.
feel like I need to take a moment to come back to reality.
We
after
might
seeing
need
that
a Bob
gloriousness.
Thornton after that.
No, we got some time.
All right.
About 10 minutes. All right. So since all the schools are closed, parents, large percentage of parents, 77%, agree that teachers should be paid more after having to teach their own kids. So after having to spend more time with their own little shit gibbons, they realize how terrible they are and how shitty of a job they're doing, and that all the teachers need to be paid more.
Wouldn't that be like
Is
the
that
best,
real? Did that really happen as a conclusion? Does that make sense?
Wouldn't that be like the
Yeah.
best like outcome out of this whole thing, that parents actually take their role more seriously?
Yeah, this leads to teachers getting paid more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and parents realizing that like, oh, I can't just treat school like daycare.
Yeah.
You know, like
Wow.
not even. I mean, you know, some parents are good, but
maybe little Danny is a piece of shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I need to spend more time with him.
yeah,
You
little
know,
crumb snatchers.
if you really want that crumb snatcher to stop nipping at your heel, you sit them down and you show them not the real thing, just a picture. You make them sit, you make them focus for just a couple seconds, and you show them just a picture of one of these triple conjoined goldfish. It's like, remember when you just eat one of these? Look at this family together in harmony. They're always going to be together, even if you eat them and you taste the miraculous flavor that happens only when the two surfaces combine. When you have like two layers of their fishy, crackery skin baked at one time, like the two surfaces where the surfaces touch. I swear it's gold that forms at that interaction point, at that seam where they combine. That's where the tastiest things in the universe live. And as your child starts crying, as you're screaming this at them,
In German, because it's terrible.
also it's in German. Just screaming in German at them, which they've never heard before. That's how you get your kids to appreciate stuff.
I'll bet they'll listen, though.
So I have a daycare service if you guys are interested. This is all an ad for my daycare.
Esperdrucken.
I scream at your kids in German and make them look at pictures of food they can't eat.
You will never have this. You will never know the glorious taste of the triple conjoined goldfish. You
have-
little piece of shit.
Do you have $400? No.
And you never will, unless you stop acting like a dick.
Oh man.
Listen, work will set you free.
Yeah, you can. You can tell I love kids.
The worst parenting advice ever.
Right.
I love them when they have some taste and culture and culinary delicacies. These kids that can't appreciate like a creme brulee, like what's your deal? The top is crispy, you jerk little kid.
Yeah.
The poor kid's like, I've only ate Lunchables. My parents don't cook. I've gotten this far on corn dogs and Lunchables.
Fish sticks. Oh,
Fish
man.
sticks though.
Chicken nuggets.
Holy crap. Have you guys ever torn open that box of fish sticks and just started dumping them out, just pouring them out casually like it's no special deal onto that toaster oven tray? And all of a sudden you see two of them that are attached together?
Yes.
That
yes.
they're interfish.
The-
It's like
the
double wide?
The conjoined
Yeah.
fish.
That's pretty cool. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
There's no sugar. That's the magic ingredient of life right there.
Well, you don't have like breading on breading. You don't have the surface tension of the two outer skins combining to make this new item.
There's no surface tension, only sexual.
That fish stick sexual tension. I don't know. I feel like I'm just doing word association now, and it's really gross.
It works though. It's funny. I like it.
If your lover takes it's crackers in bed is one thing. Fish sticks in bed is a whole other layer.
Fish sticks in bed. Yeah.
We
man.
had to stop seeing each other. She couldn't stop eating fish sticks in bed.
Tartar sauce between the sheets.
Coughing at me with the fish stick breath. You know when you're lying in bed on your back and you cough into the air and it just sprinkles down?
That sets the mood right there.
So.
Oh, honey, you look so sexy. Wait, was that chili?
That's the reverse gender equivalent of like when you're a man and you have a female companion and you throw the covers over her face and then fart.
Dutch oven.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
Dutch
yeah.
oven her. That's like the female equivalent. You just like if you're a lady, you just cough at the ceiling so it like rains down
All
on
the
your
food.
dude.
Nice. Classy.
Or burp, one of those sprinkle burps. It's like burp mist that rains down.
Oh yeah, the burp you can smell.
Because a lot of ladies, I don't know if maybe someone that is a farty person attracts a burpy person, but like I've always had like
I just feel
burpy
like-
ladies that didn't fart much.
I
But
feel
I've
like
had
it-
friend ladies that farted a lot. We were just buddies. I wonder if I was burpy if I would have fallen for these farty ladies. Let me know in the
never.
chat.
Or you
Never
and your
know.
girls just share the same diet.
No, I'm talking same diet, opposite pipe.
Oh.
Yeah. No,
We go together like
did you guys ever get the double pipe classic?
double pipe classic where you burp and fart at the same time.
Yeah, it's a Tom Segura thing. Shout out to Tom
I
Segura,
love
Your
Tom
Mom's House
Segura.
podcast. He coined the term Double pipe classic. I just feel it's applicable. So we took it that way. We took it there, you guys.
Yeah.
We had to
That's
get
like
gross.
Wiener Schnitzel for lunch and Taco Bell for dinner, huh?
I can't not make it gross at some point. But at least I'm not making you look at anything gross.
Right.
I just say gross things.
Right. You know what solves that, though? You know, all the indigestion from the double pipe? Conjoined goldfish crackers.
I was gonna say conjoined Tums. Like when you get
If you
the.
open a Tums container and there's 3 that are stuck together.
Well, I really want to paint the whole picture. So you take a special trip to the drugstore, Walgreens in this case, Hollow Walgreens. Hook it up. I want that Walgreens sponsorship so bad. Your neighborhood drugstore. So you go there just because you woke up with that sparkle in your eye of maybe having some Tums today. So you have a jaunt on over to the Walgreens and you run to the back, because I know the back just right in the middle. That's where they keep the Tums at my Walgreens. I know right where. And you bat aside that generic stuff, even though it's like 3 for the sale, and you reach deep in there and you get the big boy of the big thicky Tums. Tums brand tropical fruit.
Oh, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
You struggle with the self-control not to rip it open as you're going to the cashier. You mutter to yourself as you sweat onto your money as you're handing it to the cashier to get out of there with that Tums. You open the door, you drop the Tums trying to fuddle with the door latch. That's what you do with it, right? You fuddle around with it, drop the Tums in the process, drool a little as you gasp and like concern about dropping your treasure. You get in there, you haven't even turned the AC on yet. You're still sweating. The key is under your butt because you dropped it on the car seat. You haven't even put it in the lock. And you're just tearing that lid open. And the first Tums you pull out of there in excitement doesn't want to go. The Tums doesn't want to break free. And you're like, give me your beautiful fruity body. And you're pulling that Tums out of there. And you feel like what's got it hung up is not, it's stuck to some other Tums. It's stuck to 2 other Tums tablets.
Damn.
Yeah, and in that moment.
I feel like that was a description of a hardcore Tums junkie. Right there, man.
Right.
It's like got the shakes, just like,
Yeah.
I need 1 bottle of Tums, please.
Keep dropping
I
it.
just really need the bottle of Tums.
Tropical
Look,
fruit, please.
I want to isolate
Give me that fresh fruity body.
I so want to isolate that. That'd be such a perfect.
Yeah.
What a great hook to a synth pop classic.
Right.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Now that's like a drop, man. That's a drop in like the banger of the summer,
The
man.
banger of the summer. COVID-19. Give me that fresh fruity body.
You guys, WOZ.LOL, follow that Insta. I'll have a banger for you. Banger promise. You got that banger foreshadowing.
Nice.
I feel like we're venturing into 3-ass monkey territory.
I literally gave myself heartburn just now. Like
Yeah.
I brought it on.
It's sympathy pains waiting for that 3-ass Tums.
Oh, triple Tums, you guys. That's going to be the new
triple
album
tap.
cover.
Oh man.
That is definitely extra strength.
I feel like making one just like a mock-up with some glue just to feel it, just to feel
Just
it.
to have it.
Yeah. Just to feel something, you guys.
I used to cut myself. Now I take Tums.
I glue them together. I make little soldiers. I paint them.
All right, should we do our second round of Billy Bob's?
Yeah, it's Bob Thornton hour.
These wheels are real exciting and bear my name, Evil Knievel.
Hi, it's Waz from Greasy Conversation. Did you know the pioneering stuntman Evel Knievel, the world record motorcycle jumping father of extreme sports himself, lives on spiritually in the satiny dough and hearty brick cheese of the pizza that bears his name?
Evil Knievel.
Evil Pie, that's E-V-E-L, on glistening East Fremont Street in the heart of downtown Las Vegas. They've been thriving here since back in 2016 because, unlike our hero, it's not dangerous. The flavor isn't even risky, but it is braggadocious. I get the world-famous Snake River special with a rattlesnake sausage. Honestly, it's great. I do love it, and it makes me feel like a mighty conqueror of perilous beasts. Vegans, don't tune me out. This place is known for their vegan pizza too. So get over there. Just make sure you check the RadioVegas.Rocks app first. That app will have new specials just for RadioVegas.Rocks listeners. Show them the app and satisfy your lust for excitement.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contract. Our experienced partners are offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. You'll never pay another timeshare maintenance bill again, and all your obligations will be terminated. You can begin saving today. Even if you've tried another company to get rid of your timeshare, call and see if we can help you. At the Timeshare Exit Hotline, we only accept payment after an agreement has been made to get you out of your timeshare. Make this complimentary free call and learn how our honest partners can help anyone, anywhere, legally get out of their timeshare nightmare.
800-741-8026. 800-741-8026. 800-741-8026. That's 800-741-8026. If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, Medicaid, or have private insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. Managing your diabetes is crucial to your health. The new CGM can automatically and easily help you manage your diabetes more effectively. And by using a CGM, you can eliminate the one thing most people with diabetes dislike the most: finger sticks. Now you can automatically manage your diabetes and end the painful finger sticks. Solara Medical Supplies makes it simple for you to have a new CGM. We'll do all the insurance paperwork for you and deliver the newest in diabetic care technology right to your door. Take charge of your diabetes today with the help of a new continuous glucose monitor. Call now to learn more. 800-571-1651. 800-571-1651. 800-571-1651. 800-571-1651.
Yeah,
So-
you remember it better if we help them say the commercial extra at the end.
Right.
At least mouth it. You got to at least mouth it. Finger sticks, you guys.
Finger sticks.
Finger sticks. Listen, we're back. It's Greasy Conversation on RadioVegas.rocks, brought to you by Tums. Dip it in, dip it, and stick it. That's the Tums motto.
No, new Tums flavored goldfish.
I'd never leave the house. I'd get a prescription.
My stomach would dry right up.
Yeah.
You know, you can subscribe to food on Amazon. When
Yeah,
you're going to
so-
buy something, you're like, do you want to subscribe to this? It's such a commitment.
Right.
Want a subscription to Goldfish Crackers? I have one, of course. I don't want to forget and run out.
I try and Amazon would just be like, Tricks is for kids.
All right. Where are we at? All right. So in Belgium, restaurants are closed until June 8th. Of course, in a lot of places they're closed. Maybe not till June 8th, but anyway, so they're having usually all their potatoes would be getting chopped up into French fries and deep fried and get plopped with a nice dollop of mayo. So they're just urging everyone to eat more fries. They're saying, please eat more fries. Just cut out something else that's greasy and just eat more deep fried potatoes.
Oh,
which is
my
like,
gosh.
that's a cause I can get behind.
I love it so much.
But how do you guys feel about mayo as a condiment, like as a dipping condiment?
A dipping?
I would eat it. I'd eat it in a heartbeat. A lot of people, fry sauce is half mayo.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Mayo, no. Fry sauce? Okay.
Fry sauce
I have to be
is
talked into it.
basically, yeah. I mean, mayo is just a base ingredient for almost anything.
Yeah, I can't have straight mayo, but you can sneak it up on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mayo's a sleeper condiment in America. A lot of
It
people
is.
haven't given it a chance. One thing
Right.
I discovered one time is mayo on hot dogs. Not
Okay.
even lying. It's fucking delicious, man.
With chips, though, that's like, it seems like the mayo hot dog thing. Yeah, makes sense. I just can't interact with a glob. Like if it's got a sheen of mayo,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like a thin, like a lacquer
Right.
of mayo.
So you don't reach for the zip,
The zip.
the Miracle Whip.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
growing up, I'd have every sandwich
No
with
globs.
Miracle Whip.
I can't
hated
go
mayo.
glob.
I hated mayo. Now I can't eat a hamburger unless it has mayo on it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's where once you just start, I got hooked on mayo, man. BLTs. It's just how it happens.
Absolutely.
No globs. Any condiment, like even peanut butter and jelly, I just need a sheen. I can't handle globs. The moment I run into like a like a vein of the sauce,
Right.
I'm so grossed out. Like I can't have any sauce hemorrhage.
Okay, so,
Really? See,
so
like-
definitely
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Goobers is not for
See,
you.
I pretty much just eat food so I can eat condiments. Like, all my food is a vehicle for condiments. That's all. I don't care about the food. I'm just like, I really just want to squirt this whole bottle of ketchup into my mouth. But I guess I'll act like a human and make 2 bags of tater tots so I can eat a whole bottle of ketchup.
Oh, tots. Yeah, tots are just like
Tots
a
for
sponge.
days. Tots for days.
I like when cheese is melted and becomes a sauce alternative. It feels more extravagant and like it's more work, and it's cheese. So
So like
See, I do
fondue.
cheese and ketchup, man.
yeah, I feel ketchup's weird because it's so vinegary compared to other tomatoey things. That's a throw off for me. But it's one of those like meatloaf you can sneak it in on. But if I know there's ketchup,
I don't know. For
No.
fries, I prefer barbecue sauce.
yeah.
Over ketchup, I would any day.
Barbecue sauce and marinara
I
are the
will
two.
say, I love me some poutine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Poutine is like the to me the epitome of eating fries. Give me some gravy and some cottage cheese, baby, and I'm on it.
Gravy.
Yep.
I can handle a glob of gravy or marinara are the only globs. Maybe a little bit of barbecue. Only globs in my life. Otherwise, I'm a glob-free guy.
Glob free.
Glob free since '83.
There's a T-shirt right there.
It means so many things. I love it. Depends how you interpret it. All right.
Leave it open for interpretation. Absolutely.
And in Helsinki, a bakery that was on the outs. Of course, a lot of restaurants are on the outs. So they did some quick thinking, and after everything shut down and everyone started hoarding toilet paper, so they made little toilet paper roll cakes that are super cute, and people loved them and started ordering the shit out of them. And so the bakery saved itself by making toilet paper roll cakes.
Well, at least
That's
they didn't-
magical.
At least they didn't go off half baked. They came out with a pretty good, developed idea.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, quick
intriguing.
thinking.
Yeah.
Saved themselves.
I did have to stop eating toilet paper because of the shortage. So to have a real food that doesn't clog me up so bad, that still looks like my treasured treat I can't eat anymore, or at least I can eat it, I just feel bad. I'm like, I should be wiping my ass with this, but it's so delicious.
Surprisingly enough, the Rocky Road flavor doesn't sell very well.
Terrible.
Oh my God, they look so delicate.
It's toilet paper cake. We have to have
Yeah.
at least 3 more jokes about this.
I know.
It's a
It looks
freaking
so
cake made of
delicate.
toilet paper. This, I already hated fondant. I already
Yeah.
thought fondant was like...
Terrible.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
It's just a roll of fondant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a little fondant coating on the
Can you
outside.
imagine as a kid, just a terrible kid, and your mom comes up with your birthday cake and just a roll of toilet paper?
It's all fondant. Or toilet paper. Yeah. Man.
Or just like a stack, like, I got you this stack of fax paper cake, and it's just slices of fondant. It's the laziest thing ever. I heard you like office supplies. Happy birthday!
Here's a swing line cake.
You're the worst kid ever.
Well,
What
we
kind,
had
of kid, what kind of kid likes office supplies? You're terrible. That's why I got you this dumb cake.
Yeah, here. Mine would just be a participation trophy.
We had an
It wouldn't-
agreement.
It wouldn't even be first place.
If you were good, you'd get the chocolate strawberry cake you wanted, and you were not good. So you got the poop smear cake.
Just so the few friends of yours that actually showed up, just to let everyone know, little Billy was not good. That's why he got this shitty ass cake.
Oh man, imagine if your parents discussed with your friends how good you were or not.
Oh man.
Like they pull your friend aside and like, listen, you got to stop hanging out with this kid, even though he's my son.
My son's a bad influence.
Yeah, my son's taking people to the dumpster. My son's taking he's the fastback Mustang to hell. You don't want to climb in there.
He's 7. He already has a
my
tattoo.
dad did something like that.
You're
Where, like, I got
talk your friends out of hanging out with him.
no. He was so we all got busted like smoking pot or something, right? And I was been like 10th grade, I think, maybe
Yeah.
9th or 10th grade. And so first of all, he like whooped my ass for I don't know how long,
Oh,
and then took me over to my friend's house and made me tell that kid's dad. And if I didn't tell him, he's like, I'm just going to take you outside and I'm going to whoop your ass until you fucking tell him.
like at the friend's house.
Yeah, at his house. Like,
oh man.
but I like I hella twisted the story so it wasn't like nearly as bad, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was my friend like understood thing, you know, it was cool afterwards. He didn't get in trouble.
Man.
My friend's been in trouble before that too, so it wasn't like his dad didn't know. But yeah, my dad was like crazy back in the day.
Can we take a moment for some bad kid stories?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, can you tell what you were bad in that time or another one?
No,
Well,
just all
I
my.
have a good one. I have a good one. It's not me. And I don't know if it's a bad kid story or not.
I'll take an external bad kid story.
I have a really, really good friend of mine back in New York, and you know, when he was a kid, he had epilepsy, so he always had to like wear the helmet and everything like that. And one time, his dad used to grow pot in the back 9 of the yard, you know, like all the way back. And apparently,
Is back 9 one of those New York terms?
It's kind of like if you have a lot of country property, it's like, you know, it's towards the back of your property.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't know if it's a golf term or whatever, but it just and so like the cops were back there one time raiding the property, and he comes out on his little bike and everything. He's got the helmet, and he blew his dad in. He's like, "Oh, you guys better not be back there. My dad's gonna be pissed." He totally would have gotten away with it too, but his own son blew him in. And I remember there's actually like archival video on the news of like my buddy in his little epilepsy helmet being interviewed by the news.
Wait, blew in?
Because he told the cops that it was his dad's pot.
Oh shit!
Oh, so the cops broke in.
Well, they were
like
in
on
back.
land.
They were back raiding the property, and he totally could have got away. I don't know why that's there, and he totally just blew his dad into the cops.
Oh. You teach that helmet kid that weed's good for him.
Right?
Golly.
It's so funny too. He was always and growing up. We always called him Heroin Bob after the SLC Punk. He was always straight edge, edge, and he's terrible now. He's such a terrible. we converted him.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I would like turn the light on and be like, "Oh, there's a bulb out," and I would take the thing off the fixture and stand on the bed and replace the bulb, and the old bulb would have a hole in it and have like plants inside. And I'd be like, what happened to this bulb?
Huh?
How did it break in this way? How is there like a burn mark on the inside? So the bulb was just converted to a crack pipe is what happened.
Oh.
And then like in some weird like, indecisiveness of drug use, apparently my dad had stopped using it for like speed or whatever and started putting weed in it. And if you ever tried to do weed in a glass pipe that's for crack, it's really dumb. It's a dumb experience.
Yeah,
it's like a
never gonna work.
knifey, but really late.
Yeah.
It's like a knifey that takes forever to happen, and then it does, and you burn yourself.
Terrible.
And yeah,
Physically, it's just
really
not
silly.
It's not a good ingestion.
So if you do this to a light bulb, which it's gonna suck for crack after that anyway, just throw it away. Don't make your kid change it out of the light fixture.
Yeah, man.
And if you don't know, now you know. PSA.
Now you know. We've got all kinds of really specific, helpful tips for you today.
Right. Damn.
We're definitely taking that submarine down a real weird path. No, we used to, I mean, we were terrible kids. I mean, but it's commonplace. I mean, we drink 40s and stay up on my buddy's roof and throw crab apples at other people during Halloween, you know?
Most I got in trouble was setting stuff on fire. And I had like fixed an old video camera that someone gave me, and I accidentally left the tape in the VCR of the playing with fire.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was a really dumb way to get caught. But otherwise, I wasn't that bad.
I got a fire story.
A lot of fire.
Getting caught about fire.
Yeah.
So me and my friends used to go out to the desert. There's just this like huge mound of dirt. I don't know if it was like a construction dump or something, like, you know, when you could climb up, right? And we'd just go out there and like burn shit all the time. We'd find like spray paint cans and blow them up and shit.
Yeah.
And one time we were out there, and I guess these like tree trimmers left a bunch of palm fronds out there, tons of them, a huge like, you know, like little island of palm fronds. And so we're lighting shit on fire, have our back to the palm fronds, and they caught on fire. I felt it on my back, and then I turned around and like it's already too far gone, and the whole thing's gonna burn. There's like a golf course across the way, and these guys are like, "I see you, I'm calling the cops." And so we all bolt. I mean, it was like 4 of us, I think. And I go home, and I'm like, we all just, you know, we all go our separate ways.
Right.
And I'm like watching TV, and it's one of those weird where like all the channels I turn to, there's something about fire. You know, and I'm like tripping out. I'm like guilty conscience, right?
But not that fire, fortunately, yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then so my friend's dad comes over and tells my dad, because my friend like admitted to it, because he went home and changed his clothes because it all smelled like smoke.
Yeah.
And his little brother, who was like 1 or 2, dug it out of the hamper and was running around the house with it, and his dad caught a whiff of it. And it just blew the whole case wide open.
Snitches get stitches, man.
Right?
Oh.
But like my parents were very strict, and I didn't get in trouble at all. And then all my friends got grounded, which was really weird. Because I spent like the majority of my life grounded until I moved out. So,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Don't play with fire, kids.
Speaking of finding weird stuff in the desert, so there was like a lot of raw desert where I grew up. It was just down the street in Apple Valley, and it was on the edge of the neighborhood. So I could walk to like this mountain you could boulder on and stuff, just like a mile away.
Cool.
And so we went out there to go goof around and go exploring, and we saw these things that looked like satellite dishes, but without the mesh that satellite dishes have. And they were made out of like hexagons. So it was like these hexagon panels that formed like a dish kind of thing. And then there's these ceramic, what I later found out were heating elements on the inside of the dish. And it looked so much like spaceship parts.
Right.
Oh,
right.
dope.
And they all matched, and they were like littered around over there. It was like 12 or 14 of them. It had to be an even number. That much I remember. There might have even been 16 of them. It was definitely divisible by 4, the number of them.
Okay.
That part I remember.
Right.
So someone had taken like 3 or 4 of them and made like a hut out of them. You could like climb in, but it was like heavy and like it'd fall over and crush you. Of course, we played with it anyway. And it was the weirdest thing. We went there for days and told finally told our parents like this weird things we were playing with. They're like, I think we've been playing with spaceship parts. Are they gonna take it away? Are we gonna get in trouble? That was from some aliens that we were playing with. Is this gonna be a big deal? We were like, we can't tell anybody right away because it might be aliens.
Yeah.
And they'll capture the aliens and torture them. So we gotta just play with these alien spaceship parts and just enjoy it and not tell anybody. We describe it, and my dad's like, oh yeah, that's for like an incubator for like where they hatch eggs. It goes above a table to hatch eggs. It's just a big heater. It's a heating dish thing that hangs above eggs. I don't know how we figured that out from my just little kid description.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh yeah, I see this all the time. It's an incubator.
Right.
I didn't even know what the word incubator meant. It was just a pile of crazy.
Oh, there's a lot of chicken farms down there, isn't it? In Apple Valley.
No.
No.
These were seriously from another dimension. There was no chickens halfway near any of this. Someone like really went out of their way to dump it far from them, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's the middle of the desert. There's got to be a chicken under some wood pile somewhere.
Underground
Like
chicken.
you don't know what sheds are the meth sheds and what heads are the harmless chicken sheds.
Underground black market chicken farmers.
Why these chickens smell like meth? They're so edgy.
The chickens are cooking the meth, man.
Your chickens are so edgy. This meat tastes edgy.
Clucking.
Is this that H meat or that M meat?
Oh, man.
Man, that guy's chickens are so H-y.
All right.
These eggs have a bite to them. Edgy ass eggs.
That was
They
a
wouldn't
journey.
be so bad if they had 2 partners conjoined to them.
Oh man, if you listen, mark my words, droplets, squeaky wheels. If you see 3 eggs conjoined, I'm not talking triple yolk. I want to see a lumpy, weird shell, all conjoined up.
a triple zygote.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was gonna give you a free car or something, but you're just gonna make some like 3D model or something and trick me, and then what? Have you seen the square eggs thing? It's like you soften the shell and you put it in this mold, and you can make a hard-boiled square egg.
No, I haven't seen that. That's intriguing.
Yeah, my friend's dad surprised my friend Matt Saar, shout out, Dickie Saar family, Travis, Maggie, holla. So he comes home and shows Matt these eggs. He's like, hey, ever seen square eggs, buddy? Check it out. And he's like, what? whoa, because Matt Saar overreacts to everything.
Yeah.
So it's great that you could show him anything. You could be like, look, this is a 7-string guitar, and he's like, whoa, I've only seen one of those before a couple weeks ago. That's so cool.
Everybody needs one friend like that.
Yeah, it's not even special to him. He's like, oh, I have one of those too. Cool. That's amazing. You have one also. You could be like, wow, check it out. This jelly bean kind of looks like the letter L. Wow, I've never seen one go sideways like that. It's like a human elbow, but it's a jelly bean. Wow.
Oh, man.
So that's how he was acting with these eggs. He's like, how do I get more of these? This changes my life. Where do you get this? How do I show other people? And his dad was just like, oh, next time you're at the grocery store, you just ask him about the square eggs. You have to ask at the meat counter. You just ask at the counter.
His dad threw
They have them because they run out of them right away if they put them on the shelves. So it's a special thing. You have to ask for it.
No, the grocery store actually does it?
No, you have to make it with this mold.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
that's what I was
You,
saying. Like his
soften
dad
it.
was trying to trick him and stuff.
For sure.
Yeah,
Especially,
I love that.
We couldn't drive, but we could walk to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But it was a long walk, and you had to really want to,
Yeah.
which he did almost immediately. And he reported back that they don't give you square eggs if you ask for them.
I remember I started at a restaurant in Colorado Springs, Colorado, back when I was like 19 and in my travels as a young adult. And we had a rookie kind of kid who'd started just like I did. Just, I don't know, like they must have thought I was cooler than this kid or something. But they kind of nudged me and they're like, hey, watch this. They're like, hey, buddy, we need you to go across the street to there's a different restaurant there, and knock on the back door and just ask if we can borrow their pasta strainer. And no, biscuit strainer.
Biscuit strainer?
Ask to borrow their biscuit strainer.
That sounds so real.
And the kid was like, oh, okay, no problem, and blah blah blah, and they all just started snickering afterward, and I was like, what's that all about? And they're like, there's no such thing as a biscuit strainer. We're totally fucking with them.
It's like turn signal fluid.
He comes back and he's like, you guys are such dicks. Oh man. I love restaurants. I love working in the service industry as a young person. You totally learn a lot.
Do you guys ever make kites without knowing how to make kites or like how air worked or anything?
No.
Like a really bad sideways kites you drag along the ground?
No, but I had a pet piece of shit.
A pet piece of shit?
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a kite, and I just dragged it on the ground.
Yeah, we have to unwrap that a little bit. You're like, oh, this little shit will be my friend.
Oh, yeah.
You put a leash on it.
Right.
It's got a little head that looks like a marshmallow peep.
Oh God.
Little eyes on it.
Really hard to get a collar on that.
Not when they get that white crust and they got kind of the.
You really got to have a high
Fucking
fiber
peeps.
diet to make that pet work.
I don't know if this happens outside the desert, but in the desert, dog turds, they start to look like those white powdered donuts.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, they look like bones.
They look like burned charcoal.
Yeah, they look like Play-Doh bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so we were talking about kids, stuff, pets, the bone, the weird thing, because I had something related to that I was leading into, but your pet shit really
Threw me for a loop there.
My
so
pet shit.
I had to steer into that.
If I ever a dog, that's what I'm naming him. Shit. My pet shit. Come here, shit.
My grandma had me name the cat, and I was like, not even elementary school, and I was like, Reagan. It's like one of the only names I knew.
Reagan.
Like,
Like
that's
Ronald?
the president, and I was like, cool, McDonald's.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Why'd
then
you-
call that cat Reagan, and it's still funny.
Why do you have Reagan? Why'd you name him Reagan? He hated Nicaraguans. And free enterprise and unions.
So my cat asks for weed every once in a while now, politely.
Weed or catnip?
No. The cat likes catnip more.
Right.
She only likes weed every once in a while, but every once in a while she'll see us bopping around like goofballs and be like, "Hey, hook a brother up," like her own voice. She'll be like, she's all aloof about it too. She doesn't want to act like she wants it too much. Either she's like kind of like, "Hey, so I see what you're doing. I'm meowing, but I'm not stopping meowing when you pet me because it's not about that this time." I'm like, you know where you nod your chin
Yeah.
when you're like you pass your friend in the hall and he's like, "Don't like yell hey at me in front of my other friends like right away. Just give me a little nod.
Yeah.
Just
Low
raise your chin."
key, hey, what's
Yeah,
up?
when I was taught that, like Kat was doing that. She's like, "Hey," throwing me the chin, and But like if I blow too much in her face, she gets all mad. She goes like wow and does like a little donut in the air, like a little spin around, a little barrel roll, and then runs off. So I give her just the gentlest little calibrated little sea breeze at her. Yeah. She picks up the sea breeze and she squints her little eyes and she's like, yeah. And then she sat on the couch and was just like squinting at me and bopping her head like, all right, it worked. My nose itches.
Yeah. It's all fun and games. So you come home and you catch her pinching your stash.
Right? And just chewing on it, just biting down nugs, opening jars with her little paws.
Just mad because she doesn't have opposable thumbs to light the lighter.
Yeah, she looked really satisfied. But like if I don't wait for her to ask, if I don't get consent, then she gets mad. She has to be really consenty.
And there's another lesson for you. Always ask for consent, folks.
Before you blow weed smoke in people's faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't blow anything in anyone's face nowadays. It's like the worst thing.
Oh, God.
Did you ever do that, like have an early relationship? I have just a bunch of have you ever's that I'm answering before you guys answer. So have you ever had like a really young relationship where you experiment with like weird kissing, like where you like breathe back and forth into each other's lungs? Like you just try to inflate each other's lungs back and forth until you get all asphyxiated and giggle.
Not quite that one.
I would do that adamantly.
I remember like first time I slept next to a girl, and like trying to match her breathing, and I almost set myself into a friggin' like having a freaking what do they call it with an anxiety attack? Or something like
you're not breathing enough.
Yeah, hyperventilating. I was almost hyperventilating.
Damn.
That's something I've done with a few people is like going to bed if they're stressed, force myself to breathe really slowly and like so they match it or whatever, just like breathing lessons kind of thing, but like less spoken.
Yeah, I think it's subconsciously. But the worst I've ever been hit in my life was by an ex. She caught me right in the jaw with like the perfect uppercut.
Oh God!
Damn. But it was she was we'll say going south at the time. And I was right about ready to finish.
Was nearly complete.
I was going to blow it, and I didn't tell it because she wasn't a swallower at all. So I didn't tell her in time, and as she was pulling away, it went up her nose.
Oh.
And she started like having that milk, like right, like I just couldn't help but laugh. I started dying laughing. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Well, it would be an honor if you caused this to me, Josh.
Oh, well, we can try later, Juan. No, but
stay in the stream.
Oh man, I fucking died, and she came up from her diaphragm, and just it was the Mike Tyson special punch. Where
like,
you had to hit A select and she
damn.
She hit A and select.
Oh man, I went flying just like friggin' King Hippo. Oh, it was.
She was like right up B.
And it's this fun times trying to learn, being with someone new, but I'll never forget.
I don't really like uppercutting partners.
Yeah,
you keep it open hands.
I really didn't remember too much about it, but Pepperidge Farms remembered.
Listen, if you want to keep a relationship intact. Let me get on my high horse a minute and tell you how to live your life and love one another.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, if one thing keeps people together, or at least prevents every other breakup on this world, if you're going to take this with you, put this in your shirt pocket near your heart, you want to keep an open hand. If you're going to get physical, you don't want to close the fist when you slap the shit out of one another. You want to get consent too. You want to be like, look, I'm going to need to slap you, and I really want to make sure that you're down with it. I'm giving you. To the count of 4 or 5, I'll give you 5, to get out of arm's reach.
Here, no, hold my rings. Hold my rings.
You're gonna taste my palm.
See, I'd want to be in that type of relationship where like you can explain to the person like why they deserve to be slapped, and they agree with you, and they're like, okay, you're right. You get one slap.
They take a knee and just receive a slap.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to have a well-worn path. I don't want to go physical with it. I just want to have a well-worn path around my house. And every time one of us fucks up, we just got to do a walk of shame around the house.
Oh, that's adorable. I really like that. The idea that you take a knee to receive the slap too. It's like a ritual.
Yeah. Damn.
Now it sounds almost sexy now.
Yeah, it does,
like it's a knighting, you drop a sword on each shoulder, and then just a full open-handed slap. Yeah.
I W fucking slapped.
You're a lord now. Get up.
Your debt has been paid.
Right.
Oh, man.
All right, it's our last round. It's time for the last round of the old Bilbo Baggins.
Man, Andrew's going to slap me so good later. Having a black eye.
I'm always on the go, and I need the one thing to help me keep moving.
Zip Fizz.
That's right. It's an all-natural energy mix that comes in a tube. I can keep one in my pocket or my purse. So many great flavors, such as fruit punch, grape, orange soda, plus no hard crash because there is no sugar, but it is loaded with B12. It's high on electrolytes. I just love it.
ZipFizz.com.
Listen up. The soap you shower with, it's you probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap.
To subscribe to Dr. Squatch, visit RadioVegas.rocks and click on the banner.
Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper. Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men.
I'll tell you more on air. We're talking about the Glow Ocean. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Greasy Conversation on RadioVegas.rocks. That Squatch soap, just go to RadioVegas.rocks, pop that sucker into your URL box. I don't care what browser you use. I'm not going to tell you to use Chrome or Firefox or Edge. I'm not going to show off to you how many browsers I can name. You can use Netscape Navigator. Ooh, throwback. But go to there, RadioVegas.rocks, and click on the banner for Sasquatch soap, for 511 tactical clothing. You can get some pants that look fashionable while they can take sharp rocks to your tushy.
Pantalones.
And there's special deals for RadioVegas.rocks listeners. Or you know what? Finally, we've taken our hat off and put it to our chest and said, look, you can just donate directly to Indie Radio and just pop us a PayPal right on that front page. It goes right to keeping these lights on, or you can rent some podcast time in this room yourself. We've got 2 different technicians keeping an eye on it. We've been pandy wiping the controls.
It's true.
I'm kind of decrescendoing it. I'm losing energy with this. What was I saying? Soap, RadioVegas.rocks, buy stuff.
So phosphorescent oceans.
That's right. I was talking about the glowy oceans.
Yeah. I'm on track. That's why I'm here, buddy.
That's why I actually didn't weed before the show. Just the half a leftover beer, and you've got my top-notch brain talking about this glowy ocean time.
Man, I'm stoked. I want to hear about it.
Supposedly, the Pacific Ocean has glowing microorganisms in it right now that you can see after dark. Some beaches are open to let you see them as long as you stay social distancely away from each other.
So Fukushima?
Yeah. So you can go over to San Onofre.
San Onofre. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not real. That's a nuclear power plant. You can't go there. I'm making that up. But a lot of, if you're near San Diego, there's a lot of beaches open. Manhattan Beach is supposedly open.
Nice.
So, but Google the recent news. I'm hoping to try to run out there a random day and catch a glow ocean myself.
Well, if there's room in the car, I'd ride with you, buddy.
Yeah, we'll let you know what we secretly plan.
Absolutely.
Because on the air, we're home all the time. We never leave the house, you guys. Our house is always home.
Same.
I think
you have guard cats. I'd have like my head halfway down a cat's throat going into your place. You're like Tiger King over there.
That's true. Yeah.
I saw a kitty.
Have you guys seen that
and
thing
the kitty
yet?
saw
I
me.
haven't.
Yeah.
Dude.
I watched a little bit of it for homework for my guest appearance on Crazy Jay's show. And
you guys got to binge the whole season. It's pure juice.
I don't know if I can. I don't
Characters,
know.
you guys.
Oh, I don't know if there's enough malt liquor in the world.
No, a bunch of you are going to be like, oh, the animal mistreatment. Yeah, but you got to pretend it's not real and get used to these characters.
Yeah. It's just, it's like a fake documentary that's actually true.
Yeah, and they don't show a lot of abuse. Most of it's neglect rather than straightforward abuse.
Straight up neglect.
Yeah. And it's bad, but it's not as bad as the way these human beings treat each other. It's so funny.
Yeah, damn.
It's
these
juicy.
these people.
Characters is the thing.
yeah,
Everyone's a character.
Yeah, it's the best reality TV show ever created because
It's up there.
we've seen the little princess there. We've seen the short people ones. We've seen all these people who just do crazy shit. This is outrageous. You couldn't write some of the stuff that's gone on this show.
Yeah.
But
there's murder. There's attempted murder. There's illusions of murder. There's plural relationships and harems.
Yeah.
There is manipulation. There is
there's
drug.
There's terrible country music.
Drug-fueled semi-slavery.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a trip, dude.
Sounds crazy, dude.
It's a trip. It's a trip. Yeah.
But
I saw a kitty.
The cat saw me.
The cat saw me.
So, Josh, I've got another recommendation that I know you'll love that I introduced Greg to.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Midnight Gospel.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
It's by Duncan Trussell, the stand-up comedian, and it uses audio clips from his podcast, which is frequently about hallucinogenics and expanding the mind and meditation and TM. And the cartoon, it's an animated cartoon by Pendleton Ward, who did Adventure Time.
Yeah.
So it has the same wacky supernatural situation going on of Adventure Time, but it's in a future time when you can buy a universe simulator and farm technology from parallel universes. You can go into the simulation and see what that universe comes up with and steal their technology and bring it back to your universe. And the main character gets an old simulator, and he talks about, like we talk about old musical gear.
Yeah.
He's like, there's still some cool stuff to be discovered in these old simulators, but he doesn't know how to run it at all, and it keeps getting viruses and spyware and stuff,
Right.
and ads and smoking, and like whole universes of civilizations of beings like die out in this machine because of his neglect.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like defrag it or whatever.
Right.
Millions of entities die on planets. And he just scrolls through them flippantly.
Yeah.
It's so great. The Midnight Gospel.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Netflix.
Great show.
Yeah.
Series on Netflix, yeah.
It's like you as a kid with your goldfish, like real goldfish that dies constantly
Staring into their sparkling, salty eyes.
as they float on the water.
Well, when you go in the pool, I'm still thinking about the cracker goldfish. Living goldfish mean nothing to me. Carp, get that out of here.
Sentient being goldfish.
Bottom feeding meat.
Yeah, right.
Slab of scaly meat garbage. Get that junk out of here.
There's no sugar on them.
I've replaced all my meats with cheese crackers. So I'm not vegan, but I'm not necessarily a meat eater per se. It's just meat shaped things like burgers, all the burger meat, cheese crackers instead. It's cheese I grind up.
Cheeseburger shaped cracker
I
that
make a
tastes
patty.
like a cheeseburger. That would be amazing.
No, that tastes like a cheese cracker still, but it just replaces meat. The bread, the bun, I use like a different kind of cheese cracker, like clubs and some spray cheese.
Some bacon flavored Cheez-Its.
Dude, club crackers, you guys. Clubs or Ritz? Holla in the chat. Do you want the clubs or you want the club crackers or Ritz?
I'm a Ritz fan, but
You're
I
a
like my
Ritz?
crackers with peanut butter.
But when the clubs sneak up on you, I'm getting so manic. It's about crackers. So excited. Who's having a carb fucking problem with the pandy? Who's got their pandy carbs going awry?
And so many Atkins diets have been ruined by this.
I wake up just screaming about carbs. Just have my pillow half in my mouth.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Now I understand the open slap remark from earlier.
I'm just flailing and chewing. You don't want to just flail and chew in the bed. You'll get bruises.
All right. Should we do news chug?
Yeah.
News chug.
It's down to like the last 20. All right. Murder hornets found in U.S. for the first time.
Man, I thought we might be light, and we still got so many juicy ones left. I'm glad we're going into chug hour.
Yeah.
These
So
murder hornets are in the U.S. now.
Yeah, they originate in Asia. It doesn't say
Yeah,
maybe
one-
Japan.
It's Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one more thing Asia's given us that's going to kill us this
They,
year.
they kill like 50 people a year in Japan.
Yeah.
Really?
So they're pretty gnarly looking. They're like 2 inches long, kind of tigerish, stripy.
Yeah.
And they look gnarly. They can like just destroy beehives without.
Okay. So it's like an invasive species.
Tear-shaped eyes described like Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's another one. So these
You can
things-
tell which articles I actually read ahead.
Yeah, right.
That's intriguing. A murder hornet, not manslaughter. Not
this
second
thing-
degree. Not second degree manslaughter.
It looks like a flying sewing machine needle. This thing's ass is like a thumbtack.
Which is a perfect analogy for murder.
So they've been found in Washington State so far.
That's where the corona started.
They need to breed these things to test people for diabetes. It just buzzes over onto your finger and just gives a little
finger prick.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
And
Finger
then
stick.
Then it flies in your ear and whispers to you your blood glucose level.
You're
and then you flick it
diabetic.
away.
Now you die.
You smash it. Dude, that's my fourth bee. Stop smashing my sugar bees.
What if these they eventually like start their own hitman? They're like, and then they convince you to like take out insurance money.
Like two separate hives start wearing like red and blue freaking bandanas.
It whispers to you, this is your blood glucose, but listen, there's this other hive next door. I'm going to need you to do me a favor.
I'm gonna make you some honey you can't refuse.
My cousin was talking to me. They're murderers. They're assholes. You got to get rid of them. They eat their young.
Yeah.
They have what's that kind of slavery when it's kids? They do that kid kind of slavery. You got to take that hive out. They're
Nike?
bad.
Nike?
Nike, yeah. It's the Nike hive over there. This
Martha
bee just
Stewart.
keeps. It's supposed to tell you your blood glucose, and it just hard sells you on murdering another tribe. What if your regular blood glucose monitor tried to hard sell you on murder? Like, listen, your TV, it's a Samsung, it's a traitor. You got to destroy your television. Watch only me.
It's about sending a message.
Yeah.
Oh man, fucking! I can't wait till those are all over the place. It's gonna be awesome.
The murder bees?
Yeah, murder hornets, man.
Yeah. Seen the bees and the Rona.
Oh, speaking of more animals, I'm going to pull up this crazy seahorse for people to look up while you talk about the next news. This is a weedy
That's a
sea dragon. It's in the seahorse family, but it's a sea dragon.
It looks like a nebula.
Yeah, look up California weedy, like WEEDY, sea dragons. They hatched at a California aquarium, and it's a cool thing to take a peep at while we look at some other news in this news chug hour.
Oh, where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd I put it? God damn it.
Weedy sea
So it's about this like aquarium in, I think, Japan. I want to say. Well, I can't find the link. Here it is. All right. So it's like this this aquarium in Japan is asking people to have video calls with the species of eels while it's closed.
Yeah.
Because apparently these eels now are like, whenever the aquarium workers are walking by and trying to feed them, like they hide, which they normally don't do.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Because usually there's people around all the time, so they get used to them. But there haven't been people around for a while, so
They're losing
eels
their
are-
socialization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they want to have this few events where people do video calls into these eels, too, which is just the cutest goddamn thing. Very so Japan.
I have to shout
poor
out
eels.
to Two Clueless Dudes podcast, twocluelessdudes.com. It's another podcast I produce at Fridays at 5. In our old slot, Fridays at 5. The most recent episode, you can get it iTunes or go to twocluelessdudes.com. They actually broke this online teleconferencing with worms story. The eels. Yeah, the eel vision. So holla, Mad Mike, and the Hank.
Nice.
Great story.
I'm just an eel. Won't you call me?
That's
I am so lonely. Won't you call me? Oh, it's terrible.
What are the worms called again?
No, they're garden eels. They're not worms. What the hell are you talking about?
It's like the worm of the sea, but with a grumpy face.
No, they're cute. They're garden eels. They're tinier than I'm thinking of like the ugly eels, the moray eels.
You're right. These eels are hard cute.
Yeah.
So take solace in that, eels.
Garden eels. Oh
You
man,
are the
Google
cuter of the
autocorrect was.
eels.
People be typing that in because Google autocorrect. I put like
No.
G and it was like garden eels. You want garden eels?
Well played,
Oh,
Google.
look
Garden
at
eels are
this
so
one.
hot right now.
Yeah, garden eels are so hot. Dude, have you heard about garden? Wait for it. Eels.
Eels.
What's next in the chug?
All right. Apparently we have license plate gate in Ontario.
Plate Gate,
Canada.
Ontario, Canada.
Just
Yeah, let me show you the picture. So basically, Canada's new license plates.
Uh-huh.
So they were criticized and ridiculed for their previous license plates.
Right.
Let me show you those first. See
Yeah, I
these?
remember,
Because they look like the
Yep.
Q-Tips logo.
Yeah, they look like a Q-tip box.
It's a stark white font on like a splash of blue.
Of all the things to complain about.
So they're like, we're going to make the best license plates ever because people had such a grumpy time about our previous license plates. Now, Josh, can you spot the problem with their new license plates? Their new license plate controversy?
You can't read a damn thing on it. It's just blue.
Yeah, I can't spot anything there. It looks like they are criminals only.
Yeah, and and you got all the road salt and the sleet that's put on the back of the car.
It's got no
It's
numbers.
ridiculous. It's got no numbers. No numbers.
Yeah, which is crazy. I
How are
don't
you
know
going to have
like
a
how
plate
that
with
happens.
no numbers?
Because you only have one road.
I always wanted one of those cars where you flip down the plate to put the gas tank in. The gas time, and you put a tank in it. Yeah, okay. The hose in.
Yeah.
So, and then I wanted to put like another license plate behind that
Yeah.
one. And then so I'd have like a sneaky plate.
Like James Bond.
Yeah.
Run the James
But
Bond.
the cop would see the other plate flip down.
Right.
It's also there.
No, it's got to be like a cartoon where there's like 100 plates. You know, like the Tom and Jerry where he like opens the door and then there's like a smaller door and he just keeps opening until there's like the tiniest door.
Yeah.
It's got to be like that, but with license plates.
This is absolutely hilarious though, because they spent millions of
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's like
loonies on
molds
this.
and paint that they bought in bulk and haha.
The 4 people in jail in Canada have
paid,
to like
paid
mass
designers
produce these.
like
This is great.
millions of dollars to design this, I'm sure.
Yeah, there was probably a graphic designer that was hired in place of actual graphic designers that did that and will never work again. Haha.
It's terrible because and if anybody who's like grew up or has been near the Canadian border, people from Ontario drive terribly. They come down here and I think they realize that our signs, they're in miles per hour, but they think kilometers, so they're flying past you at 30 miles an hour faster.
That excuse does not work.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, you guys, I gotta tell you about this Google server. This is hilarious. I found this just before the pandy. So Google was trying to figure out why one of their servers and some server farm they don't go to much was taking a dump. It was like working really cruddy, and they kept doing remote diagnostics and narrowed it down to this one server rack. They go there and in flesh and blood, they send a meat robot over there to actually look at the physical server, and they can spot it from down the aisle. There's this one server rack that's just leaning. It's just hunched forward like it's drunk. They go up there, and these server racks are on these casters, little wheels. And this wheel just ate it on the weight of all this Google data we're throwing. We've just been Googling it too hard, and this wheel just couldn't handle the weight of all those petabytes. And you see, it was honestly too weak of a wheel for how much they loaded the boxes. So they had to recall these wheels and put new wheels on them because it made something fall on something else or some liquid get pinched or something. Where
I'm
it was
sure
like
ventilation problems and everything.
yeah,
'cause
just it tilting like that made this server get all
one
fiery
squeaky
inside.
wheel.
Yeah, and not like a spinny wheel either, just a wheel it was resting on. Made it all toasty inside.
Well, maybe if Google would go there more often, they would notice these things.
Right.
Yeah, hire some flesh robots to hang around with those fellas.
You know where you can find some flesh robots that got time on their hands? Japan.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Those people there asking to phone in on the eels. No, put them on a plane. They can walk down the street and they can be on their phones talking with eels.
Yeah, you just
while
blow
they go
kisses
through
at eels. Go help our servers out.
But they can even they can be blowing kisses at eels while they're checking out them servers.
That's true.
Oh man,
They can multitask with the eels.
Dude, they're Japanese. They can multitask.
Yeah.
That's my Pornhub search: blowing kisses at eels. I'm really innocent.
Damn. What about this?
Do you ever hold flippers with an eel? No,
Hold
because
flippers?
they're worms. Sorry.
What about this NASA lander, Mars lander?
So the Mars lander had to learn. It couldn't just already did it. It couldn't just already do it. It didn't have like a button for this. It had to be taught a special protocol on how to hit itself with a shovel. This wasn't because it was naughty or nothing.
Yeah.
This ad doesn't need half the page. Okay, I get it. Let me look at the damn picture.
Was it the rover's older sibling who taught him?
Let me stop hitting yourself. So, wow, I'll put all this work to seeing this picture behind this ad. and it's like some dirt with like a ribbon cable in it.
Yeah, Mars
So
isn't that exciting. It's not, you know.
The rover got stuck.
I keep waiting for it to find Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it just.
I'm on the planet. Get down.
That girl has 3 tits.
The sand is red.
Quaid, start the reactor.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was really there for that one movie.
Yeah, man. It's a classic.
Yeah, you
sci-fi
think
classic.
if you had Total Recall, you can remember that.
Yeah.
I have incomplete recall.
That is hilarious, though. It actually had to pull a Fonz and hit itself.
Total Recall should be like a Chevy movie.
I want to see Total Recall right now that I think about it.
It's a classic. I rewatch it every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, even though they turned it into like an Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie, it's still a mind fuck.
It is.
Like
Yeah,
it's a great sci-fi story.
It's a great movie.
It is. It's way better than, you know, The Running Man, which is a great movie. But that movie really was the epitome of special effects at the time, too.
Total Recall
You know?
sounds like it was about American cars in the 80s. Ford Pinto, Total Recall.
Man. All right.
Buy American,
check out
folks.
this.
Shop local.
Since we're on some crazy animals, I found this crazy new turtle.
New turtle.
Yeah, dude. It just looks super friendly.
Oh my gosh.
It's called the Mata turtle.
The Matu
Turtle. This is
Yeah.
great because we're at the tail end. We're winding our way down with a fresh turtle to send you off with.
Yeah, it's kind of camouflage,
Oh,
so it looks like
smile.
rocks with algae covered. Yeah, it's like hella smiling.
Read me the name of this turtle real quick.
I think it's Mata, M-A-T-A. Twice.
It kind of looks like if Shredder would have gotten his own turtle.
Oh, dude. It is.
Like the helmet?
Yeah, it's
You know
hell
what I'm
like if his head was flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I can totally see it. Shredder turtle.
Shredder
The
turtle.
smile is. It looks. What is it? Self-involved. This turtle looks smug. this is like a comfortable Prius turtle.
This turtle looks like he just got a triple cone ice cream right before it dropped it.
This turtle looks like he bought carbon offsets.
This turtle looked like he opened a bag of goldfish and found a conjoined triple goldfish.
Oh man, if I could smile inside the way this turtle smiles outside,
right?
I'd have some rays of sunshine for y'all. I tell you what.
I'd have a lot less scars. That's nuts. I'd like to see if it actually has a shell on its back or if it just has it on its head.
Does it do anything else cool? Does it like fetch or anything or play a song or anything?
It's just hella camouflaged.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like it just chills looking like a rock covered with algae, and then when fish swim up to it,
They offered him.
eats 'em.
They offered him ninja lessons, but his mom was overprotective, so she gave him ballet.
Ballet turtle, Teenage Mutant Ballet
Ballet
Turtles,
Turtles.
Oh, man.
ballerinas in a half shell.
Nutcracker power.
I'm trying to think of one of those words for the things.
Like a pirouette.
Yeah.
Something.
Pirouette power. There we go. Teamwork.
Yeah, we did it. All right, and I guess maybe last one.
Was that meteorite that suggests Mars may have been Earth-like 4 billion years ago?
I was actually gonna do.
Just a nugget of fact. Apparently, Mars might have been Earth-like 4 billion years ago, according to a recent meteorite study. FYI.
The dude arrested for camping out.
Yeah, camping in Disney.
On a Disney island. What was it? Discovery Island at Walt Disney World in Florida. Our boy Richard McGuire.
When you see this island, you're gonna want to camp out on it.
Yeah, it looks rad.
He was discovered on Discovery Island.
Yeah. Weird.
Discovery Island's been closed for a long time too, so it's not a shutter.
I don't think they
part.
even opened it, did they?
Yeah,
Is that the one that he built that they didn't open?
I think it's
It says
Wendover
it's-
Productions.
It's been closed since '99.
Yeah. There's a great YouTube video about Discovery Island and its story and how it like didn't happen or a false start or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's by Wendover Productions on YouTube.
So when the cops found him, he told them that he was unaware he had done anything wrong and claimed that he just figured he had found a tropical paradise. Even though there's numerous no trespassing signs visible on and near the island, of course.
Oh, it's Bright Sun Films. Bright Sun Films on YouTube. They have a Abandoned series, and this was on it. It's really good.
Nice.
So it's an island. Why didn't he just claim that he couldn't swim?
Yeah, he got stuck there. Like someone
You know,
dropped him off. Or
I
like
was
he-
drunk one night. I fell in the water. I woke up on this beach, and I can't get out of here. Thank you for saving me.
Yeah, you
officer.
rescued me. I'm found. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, have you met my volleyball?
They're like, you broke into the park to get here. You
Yeah.
you went through a fence. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
you know.
He's like, no, I fell from the sky.
Right. It's a whole new world.
He's combing his hair with a fork.
Right.
I've got who's its and what's its and gizmos.
Oh, man. Nice.
That's what it is. If we don't have a joke, we're just going to quote a Disney song.
You know what's great about this? He was found with the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Oh, man.
Oh my God!
Classic.
One last minute. Do we have a last minute send off?
I do.
Woo!
The quarantine has taught me that pants are totally fucking bullshit.
Get rid of your
And
pants.
that's when society started going downhill.
Yeah.
Is when everyone had to wear fucking pants all the time. Fuck pants,
No
man.
mas pantalones.
Yes.
I'm talking about the no pants revolution. You never have to wear pants ever again. Fuck them.
That works for out here. That's for damn sure.
I
Right?
passionately agree with that, but I think there's something to add. That when you do once again return to pants briefly, when you need to, like right now, you appreciate them so much more. Like right now, I've been rubbing my knees.
I appreciate taking them off.
But that's what's going to be so delicious. Like, it wouldn't feel so good to rub my hands against my thigh right now if I wasn't so excited about when these pants were going to just get thrown off.
See, man, that's just that big pants propaganda. It's got to you, dude.
You got to go to the pants to appreciate how much joy you get from leaving the pants.
No, man, I'm talking about down with fucking pants. Like, let's burn
Are you-
all the pants.
Dude, you're like shorts city.
Yeah, I'm done with pants, man.
I'm feeling it.
Fucking done, dude.
At least for the season. I mean, most of the year is shorts weather here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a few weeks.
Where's
There's
some
a few
scissors?
weeks.
I'm going there. Where's the scissors?
Like,
This
dude,
one-
after not wearing pants for like a month, like, you never want to go back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? It's.
Did you quit cold turkey or did you need a patch?
Oh, dude, yeah, I couldn't, man.
I can't
couldn't
remember
wait.
the last time I seen you in pants.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I
the
couldn't wait.
pioneer.
I was I was gonna go cold turkey, but I had to rock the capris for a few weeks.
Well, yeah. I like the capris because they hug. I want you to see the back of the thigh. That's where work the hardest. Below the butt isn't like the butt, you guys. It's like a second butt. You got to
The
take
Daisy
that.
Duke.
Yeah, you can't just neglect the bottom of the butt and just get the top of the butt. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Fitness tips. So that's literally why we don't have scissors in the studio. So you bring your own scissors.
When it going gets greasy, scissors are never
Because
allowed.
Waz makes shorts, even out of things that were already shorts. He's cutting off pant legs of everybody over here, so you have to hide the scissors. And I hope you hide your scissors at home and take this nugget with you into the cosmos. And that's it. We're postponing the grease until next week.
Yeah.
Come back, squeaky
All
wheels.
the best. Y'all come back now.
Have a hot one, droplets.
Chill.
And we'll squeak with you next week. GreasyConversation.com for all the
Smell you
other
later.
chunks. And just keep mumbling to you instead of actually leaving. Cold exit. Keep talking instead of stopping. Cold exit. Dude,
Exit
really
the
stop.
cold.
We're still broadcasting. RadioVegas.rocks. Don't leave. Listen to more shows. There's awesome stuff from the Brendan and Kevin Club. I think it's Grungy Faucet.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's something by either Brendan or Kevin. I love them both. Go to RadioVegas.rocks/shows/schedule. Anything by Brendan and Kevin. Go listen to it right now.
Check it out.
I mean, stay listening right now. You know what to do.
This is all you've done.
And the video's still going. Because I don't want to leave. I want to listen to the song forever.